I'm Anil Kumar, and here is an interesting question on applications of trigonometry. The question is, find the exact acute angle between the lines x minus square root 3y plus square root 3 equals to 0 and x plus y minus 5 equals to 0. It is a thinking test problem. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now, we are given two different lines. Let us write them in slope-intercept form. So the first one for us is x minus square root 3y plus square root 3 equals to 0. So we could write this as square root 3y equals to x plus square root 3, or y equals to 1 over square root 3x plus square root 3 over square root 3, dividing both sides by square root 3. So we get 1 over square root 3 x plus 1. So this is the first line. The second one is x plus y minus 5 equals to 0. So we can write this as y is equals to minus x plus 5. Right? So that is the second line. So we are given these two lines, right? So these are the two lines given to us, which we can write in slope-intercept form. Now the question is, find exact acute angle between the lines. How do you find that angle? So let's sketch these lines so that we get an idea of what should be done here, right? So what I will do is I'll just sketch it right here in the center, and okay, approximately we will do it. We have this line which is 1 over square root 3x plus 1. That means positive slope, right? It is a positive slope, and the y-intercept is 1. So kind of, let us say that the line is kind of like this. So that becomes this line, right? So this is our line number 1. Say let me call L1. Okay, so this is my line number 1. Now the second line which we have here is y equals to minus x, slope is negative, y-intercept is 5. So if this is 1, 5 will be way above, and slope of 1. So let me just draw a line like this, minus, right? So this is our line number 2, right? That intercept is 5 for us, correct. Now, what is the question? Let's try to understand the question. Find exact acute angle between the lines. So the acute angle seems to be this one. Right. It could be that one, but we'll just find it out. Right. That is the angle between the lines. So these are the two lines and they intersect. So these are the four angles formed. We have to find the acute angle between these two lines. From this diagram, that seems to be the acute angle. Okay. How do we find that? So remember one thing which is critical to solve this question, and that is, how is slope related with the angle? Can you tell me that? How is slope related with the angle? Now it is like this. Tan theta, the angle which the line makes with the horizontal, is actually slope. Slope, right? So tan theta is the slope of the line. So that is how you can find the slope. Now let's consider the very first line, which is this one here. So what is the slope here? Now here we'll call these angles as A and B. Let's say this point is A for us, right? So angle A. So we say tan A is slope of line 1 with the horizontal x-axis, right? With the horizontal x-axis. And the slope is 1 over square root 3, which is 1 over square root 3. Now, if you can use calculator, find the answer. You could also use special triangles, correct? So special triangle for 1 over square root 3 is 30, 60, 90 degrees, correct? Now, it is good to, review these things side by side. You can always use calculator and quickly get the answer. So you got 1, 2, and square root 3 as the sides. When I say tan A is 1 over square root 3, so I'm looking for this angle. Tan A, 1 over square root 3, and that angle is 30 degrees, correct? So that means that angle A is 30 degrees for me, right? So this, I can write this as 30 degrees, correct? Similarly, let us find what angle B is. So we'll say tan B, we'll call this as a point B. So tan B is equal to slope of this line, which is minus 1. Now when is So you can do B equals to, so angle B equals to tan inverse of -1. Now, as you know, tan is negative in second quadrant, correct? So we are looking for an angle which is in this quadrant. So that is the angle, correct? Now in this case it is 45 is the acute angle. So this angle is 135, correct? So we know this angle is 45 degrees is the acute angle, and this angle is 135. When you add them, you get 180, or you could do 180 minus 45. So angle B is 135 degrees. So this angle here is 135 degrees. Now knowing these angles, you can find the angle between the lines, correct? Now a couple of ways to go about, if some of you remember a bit of lines and the angles, then you know this is the exterior angle and it is equals to sum of those two interior angles. That is one way of looking into it, correct? Now, so you could find this angle by 135 minus 30 degrees. So let's say this angle is how much? So that could be angle between the two lines. So we can calculate this angle. Let me call this angle as, let us say, angle 1, right? So for us the angle 1 will be 135 degrees minus 30 degrees, and that gives us 105 degrees. So clearly this is not the acute angle we are looking for, so it's probably this angle, right? So that is angle 2 for us. So we'll say angle 2 is 180 degrees minus 105 degrees. Is that okay? Minus 105 degrees, and that gives us 5 and 7, 75 degrees, correct? So 75 degrees is the angle between the lines. So we write our answer that the angle between the lines is 75 degrees, correct? So I hope you understand and appreciate the concept. We have related trigonometry with lines and slopes. Remember, slope of a line equals to tan theta, correct? The angle it makes, where theta is angle with x-axis, positive x-axis I should say, okay? So that is key to solve these kinds of questions. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.